shot of Pogba there, Peter. Do you think he's thinking back to his goal and the daft celebration that followed, or getting robbed at 3-2 virtually in stoppage time to allow the Swiss to equalise?
But I think it's a little bit too easy to point fingers at one player. I think the whole team today, it wasn't there. That was not the world champions that we saw today. They have so much. If there's a player who can leave the pitch from France with a little bit of honour, it's Benzema.
Well, I thought Kante did his usual. I think there was a couple. That's
Penalties for the first time at these championships. Peter, as a goalkeeper, at this point, what are you thinking and what are you planning?
So, I've already sort of cleared my mind for this event to happen. So I'm going into this with I'm looking forward to it. That's a decision I've made. This is a great opportunity for me to help my team. I'm making my decision now. I'm facing 5 penalties, and I know precisely what I'm going to do in those 5 penalties.
Now,
yeah, I'm going to make it random.
Do you get homework? Would you expect somebody to hand you a note where these people hit the ball? No,
I'd be very disappointed if somebody came up with any
really?
kind of.
But they all do, don't they now?
I know. I think we're all different. I know goalkeepers who want to have all the information they can have. But I just feel that penalty shootouts for a goalkeeper is a lottery. So I want to have some kind of control.
Right.
And I think if I choose what I'm going to do in the 5 penalties, I kind of feel that I'm in control of something.
Would you
so
dare
you have
stand?
A sequence? Do you have a sequence?
So
right, left, right.
Yep.
That's what.
I make my mind
So
up.
you make up your mind.
Would you dare stand still for one of them?
I didn't in my time, because back then it was very, very rare that somebody would put the ball right down the middle. But today it happens quite often, so I probably would, yeah.
So what Rudy said, I mean, would you right, stand, left, right?
Something like that. It'd be very random. Wasn't like I had a set sequence that this is what I do.
You just made up your mind just
as soon as the whistle goes, I walk up to the team, I already know what I'm going to do.
The system don't run that yet, lads. Talked about the system that the French started with. I actually don't think it was working. I think it really didn't work for them. And I thought I was going to say at half time I'd change it if I was Deschamps. But I noticed well before half time, maybe with 15 minutes to go, he did. And what he's done is if we run it from here, remember Rabiot was playing as a left wing back. Kimpembe was the centre back. But what they've done, they've gone back to a back 4 now, with the 2 centre backs and Pavard over here. And Rabiot is going to take up a position now in midfield where he's more suited, I think, to play. Because I think that Pogba and Kante have been left exposed in that midfield. It was like that. And the other one I'd move him, Griezmann. I'd play the front 3 as a front 3. Griezmann, one side of Benzema, and Mbappe the other. And I think there'd be better balance. But you can see already, Rabiot in the midfield, Kimpembe now pushed up in the left-back area with the 2 centre-backs. And I do think that they're going to be better for it, when he gets them in. But I think they've got a problem with Griezmann. I don't know what he's done tonight. I haven't seen him involved high up the pitch at all.
But he's not alone, is he?
No, but
that charge stands against Pogba as well.
Well, it could stand against everybody. I think Pogba and Kante have got an excuse, because I do believe that they were exposed at times, because when they were pushed back to a 5, which they were quite a lot, the French, those two, so much space to cover, travelling across, because Mbappe's not going to drop back, neither is Benzema.
Why then, if
Griezmann should do that?
But he's doing it too much for us. I saw him in the edge of his own box and open play 2 or 3 times. I'm thinking, what are you doing back there?
Yeah, you don't need to go there.
So it'll be interesting to see what Didier Deschamps does.
Thing to watch. It's like walking football from the French. And in the beginning, it was starting off with Mbappe a couple of times. Good action. And then it just faded away. And it was boring. And I think Deschamps will be unbelievable. And by the way, he was angry with a little pit stop when you had, with water, that normally is in the 20th minute. Why in the 37th minute? It was a strange.
I have to say, walking football is a very good description.
It was
very
walking
good
football.
Yeah.
But we're talking here as former football players. Oh, you can actually join in, because we now know that you played with George Best. But we're talking as former footballers about the temperature in the stadium. It is like it's a closed stadium. There's not a lot of wind there, and the temperature is in the late in the high 20s. Sorry. And that can sometimes have an effect, but I don't think it is.
Hasn't
Swiss
had
is
on
not
Switzerland
too
don't
bad.
have it.
No, it hasn't. It seems only the French, if it's been
Yeah.